Hello everyone. It's Maddie with SpectrumArtCreations.com. And today we are continuing on to part two of the fairy tale Christmas collection, which we're making these amazing panels or Christmas cards or journal covers, however you want to use the techniques. It'll work for all of the above. Now, this is part two. If you missed part one, fear not. In the description box down below, I have placed the links for all the entire series. So you can just start in order, or of course, jump in right into part two because they all work independently. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, we are ready for our next card. So we're going to start with another piece of cardstock. We are going to bring back our paper trimmer. And we're now going to be creating a 5x7. So we are going to need a 10-inch. So let's cut that first just to make sure we get the longest side out first. And then we're going to cut at 7 for our height. Okay. Of this, we're going to find our bone folder. We're going to do the same thing. You can use, of course, your scoreboard if you like. I had it out already, so we could have just scored at 5 inches, but I'm just simply going to match my corners and then just walk my hands back. Create a nice crease by using our bone folders to burnish it down. And that is going to be our base. Okay, now we're going to have several different mats on here, so let's go ahead and take care of those first. We're going to bring back our 8x8 papers, and we are going to look for, could use this one. It's quite pretty, isn't it? I think we will. Yes, I think we just might. I kind of changed my mind. I had something else in mind, but I really think that that is very pretty. We were going to use this one, but I think that one has a really nice pop of blue. And since we are going to use our little nutcracker, I think it's got to be fitting. Okay, so our card was 5x7. So that means that we're going to trim our first mat just shy of that. Again, how much of a border you want. You can do 1/8 of an inch as a border. You can do 1/4 of an inch as a border. So I'm going to go with 4 7/8. You could do 4 3/4 if you'd like. And then we're going to turn this, and our height was 7. So now I'm going to do 6 7/8. So I'm going to be just shy. Okay. All right. Now this mat, if we cut it right, will fit on here just perfectly. So leaving 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay. Now I want to give you some choices because some of you might have foil. Some of you might not. You might have some glitter stock, glitter cardstock. Now we carry both in store. So let me get some glitter cardstock to show you. I'm sorry, not glitter, some foil. So I've got some foil here. I also have the glitter as well. We have different kinds of glitters available. So I think adding a little bit of bling, especially for the holidays, is really something that could make it pop. So this is an optional situation. I don't know if this piece is big enough. Oh, it kind of is. but I won't have enough for two. So I could also go with a beautiful blue. I could even bring in a darker blue, which would be quite cool. Oh, here's some glitter. See? Love my cardstock, my bling cardstock. And I do have some silver elsewhere, but I think we're just going to go with this blue right here. Again, lots of amazing choices. You could use whatever you like. Now, if you are going to be using some foil, that is actually going to be the next mat, not this one. If you do not have foil, then just stick with what I just did, and then we're going to continue to build from there. If you do have the foil or the glitter, then we're going to do the same thing that we just did. So I'm just going to do both so you guys can see the options, okay? So again, 4 7/8, just like we did before, and then 6 7/8. Okay, so now this and this are the same size, right? So again, you are going to replace one with the other. In this case, this is going to go first. Now, if you're following the foil instructions, follow me in trimming this just another 1/8 of an inch. So now this is going to be 5 3/4. Oh, oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. I missed. I pinched my paper. There we go. And we're going to trim this down from 6 7/8 now to 6 3/4. Again, you're just going down in increments of 1/8 of an inch, guys. You can decide what kind of mats it is that you want to use. If you want maybe a solid, if you do not have foil, you could do that too. See, lots of different choices. Okay, so now we are here. Now we're going to go ahead and pick our journaling card. Now we could use this soldier right here as our journaling card. That's perfectly fine. But we also have one in here. Okay, this guy right here, which has got a frame, and I think he looks a lot better. Again, you could do one of each. You can do both. That's going to be our focal. So we know, again, it depends on whether you've left your trim on the outside or not, right? Measure your journaling card. So mine is 2 5/8. Yours is probably 2.5 if you've cut the border. In this case, because I already have a lot of white, I think I am going to trim the border so we can all kind of work together. So I'm going to snip this off. See, I like to leave it on, as I mentioned, on my journaling cards when I cut them. So I have options. I can either use the extra border, use it with the extra border, or not. In this case, I think that darker blue is going to pop a lot more without this, especially since we're going to be creating additional mats. Okay, so let me clean up. We don't throw this away. Don't throw those. They're great for adding little bits in your projects. Okay, so now back to our journaling card. The journaling card now is going to be 2.5 by 3 and, all right, 3, it's just a little bit over 3 3/4. So it's like 13/16. Yours might be, 3/4. Yours might be 7/8, depending on where you cut. But the bottom line is you're going to be creating a mat for this, just a little bigger than what this is. So again, I'm going to create a, let's see, a 2 5/8 sounds really good. So I'm going to just use what I have here, 2 5/8. Okay, that's going to give me that. See it? Okay. And then for my height, again, measure yours. Yours might be slightly different. Mine is going to be 3 7/8. Oh, save this for later. 3 7/8. Okay. And that should fit that perfectly. And it does. Okay. So now we've got this mat going on here. Now, looking through our papers. Give me 1 second. Let me just clean some of this stuff up. Not clean it up. We are going to continue to use this, okay? So don't put it away. We're still continuing to look for papers though. Give me 2 seconds to create a break because sometimes it kind of scares me if I go on too long. Oh, say that. That the video might cut off. So 2 seconds. Okay, let's press on. Now that we've got a pause, we're going to bring back one of these with the soldier. We're going to use the reverse side and we're going to save that soldier on that side. So let's go ahead and also bring in some of the, well, the remaining piece of the foil that you've used, okay? So we're going to cut from the foil a 3.5 by 5.5. We should have the 5.5 almost on the money, right? We kind of do right there. Yeah, almost on the money. So all I'm going to worry about instead is going to be the 3.5. So I can save this other piece here. So we've got our 3.5. Now we're going to cut our 5.5, which is basically just a sliver off of this. And then we're going to bring in this piece. Again, I'm going to try and save my soldier. I know I'm going to be using this side though. So from this one, we are going to do 3 3/8. Am I right? Wait, hang on. Yeah, 3 3/8. Think about that one. 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. So again, we're just taking off 1/8 of an inch. You can take off 1/4 of an inch, guys. If you are not into all of the eighth measurements, well, then go with the next closest size, right? Okay, and again, we've saved our other nutcracker for future projects. I'm going to save those off here to the side. And now what we have is another, oh, wait, did I just mess it up? I did. What did I do wrong? 1 second. That can't be. What did I cut wrong? 5.5. 5 and, oh, I didn't cut it at 5 3/8. I said it, but didn't do it. I don't think it matters which side we trim off, top or the bottom. So, sorry. Hopefully I said it right. I think I did. I said it, but didn't do it. Okay. That's going to be our next 2 mats, and those are going to go right there. How pretty is that looking, right? Look at all those great layers and beautiful color. Okay, we can go ahead and adhere these now. So that's not a problem. We can start with adhering those. I'm going to start here at with our first layer. This beautiful foil. Again, if you do not have foil, you might have some solid cardstock. If you do not have solid cardstock, which I'm pretty sure you do, you can also use your other papers. Remember, you have plenty of papers to play with. So, or you can just omit some of these layers. But I think that these layers just give it something very, very special. I think the magic is in the layering. And I know my fingerprints are all over this, but you know what? I'm not going to see nothing but a little edge, so I'm not too worried. Typically, I would come in with my cloth and wipe those, but see, we're not going to see much of it. Oh my goodness. I almost forgot. We have one step. Don't glue anything but these two. Stop right there. Do not adhere these yet. Oh my goodness. I almost forgot. Another little bit that we're going to do here. Again, we are taking this up another notch. So our first card was our warm up, right? Very clean, very simple. Of course, we jazzed it up some because we wanted to just do some extra, or I wanted to show you some additional options. You don't have to do any of those at all. This one, we're going to, as you can see, we're creating more layers, stepping it up a notch, you know, creating a lot more interest. We need one more piece, and that is, go back to your 8 by 8 and find this one here. with the candles. It's got the season's greetings on the back. Okay, we're going to be cutting a strip, and that's going to get mounted here. So it is going to go from this mat here, and well, we can decide. I think what we want to do is going to be maybe about an inch. No, I think a little wider. I think we wanted to make a statement. So we're going to do an 1.5 inch strip. So let's start with that first. Geez, I'm glad I remembered. An 1.5 inch first. You could go wider, you could go narrower again, you know, but I think, did I do an inch? That's not an 1.5 inches. And you know what? If I would have been paying attention too, yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to cut my candles off. That is an 1.5 inches. Why does it look so skinny? I'm not sure, but it is good. So keep that. The only thing was make sure that you are not cutting your candles. I mean, if you do, then you'll save the baubles on the other side. Either or is going to be okay. Oh, I just put that away. All right. I need to stop and think for a second. My apologies. You know, this is real life. What can I tell you? So I have mine at about 6 and 11/16. So let's do that again just to make sure. Yeah. Yep. Just shy of the 6 3/4. So 6 3/4. I'm going to come down one little notch, I think. Try that. For size, I think we're going to be just perfect. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and this I don't think we need. Well, you know, save it. We might need to put it behind something, or if we miscut some piece somewhere, we can always do an addition, right? Even in situations like this. Oh, I've shown this to you in previous classes. If you are ever short, just bring a little piece and bridge it, and no one is going to be the wiser, right? You can add, it's probably a bad example because it's pretty much true to fit, but you know what I mean? Like you can create, you know, you can close the gap if you want to. So don't ever feel like, here, let me do it like this. Don't ever feel like you have to recut a piece. These are such minute details that again, we have so many beautiful layers. No one is going to notice. If anything, it might even add, you know, it'd be even cooler is if you had like a little piece of gold foil or something extra and you want to add that, that would look amazing too. Let's go ahead and, oh, I need to bring it really close in because I don't have much room for wiggle. All right, something like that, right? So say mine was even, you know, that much short. You can just go ahead and bring in a little piece and add it on to balance out. And look, who's going to tell the difference? Of course not. Nobody. All right, this is going to go on the right hand side, right about there. I might have to trim this. Actually, it might work. We'll make it work. That's okay. We're going to adhere our Season's Greeting blue side up. And I'm not really measuring. I'm just kind of coming in. I don't know. How far is that from the edge? 1/2 inch. You could do, you know, a little less, a little more. Just make sure that it's nice and straight on that side. And now we can continue with our mats. So I'm going to glue these two together. Again, if you need to ink up anything, if you want to add some distress inks, or if you want to do some paper distressing, go ahead and take a pause and do that, and then resume when you're ready. But I am going to, again, the goal to these our quick card makes. So we're not trying to overthink it. Of course, you can put as much detail as you want into it because you guys know that, you know, it's all about the details. The more details you do, the more beautiful your card is going to become as well. However, you need not fear, right? Now, if you're using these for journals and you want to create these into pockets so that you can tuck in tags or photos or whatever, then you can go ahead and do so. Of course, I am using these as cards, is what I am sharing with you today, but you guys can turn them into amazing journal pieces. They can even be the front panels on a journal, right? I'm just going to kind of try and stay in frame, but center it. Forgive me while I lift it just to make sure. It's a little bit hard when you're on camera. That looks really good. Okay, perfect. I'm going to press down on that. And now we're going to adhere this panel on to that other one, thus completing all of the layering for our second card. And now we get to start embellishing. Always check your cards, by the way, guys. It's not the first time that I've glued a card on the wrong side. And if that happens, I am going to share with you, once again, how we are not going to freak out, and instead we're going to simply work with it. So, say for example, I had glued this down wrong, and the opening, instead of being this way, it was this way. So basically my card is upside down, and you might think, are you kidding me? That's trash. No, it isn't. All you're going to do is you're going to cut right in there, right? You're going to cut this panel off. You're going to get yourself another card base, and you're simply going to treat this as if this is a full panel, and simply hear it in the right direction. Crisis averted. All right, let me go ahead and again, make quick pauses. I'm going to come back and show you, or actually let me show you what we're going to need. And then that way you guys can start getting those ready, okay? We're going to need this gorgeous little bow here. We're going to need a sentiment of choice. Our sentiments right here. So just to kind of give you the layout, this bow is going to go here. Our sentiment, let's see, which one? How about Winter Magic? That sounds cool. Winter Magic is going to go up there, or Hello Winter, or whatever, whichever one. Pick your favorite. Again, I gave you plenty to choose from. And then, of course, we're going to need some flowers. We're going to be working with, let's bring our flowers back, and our leaves. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be popping out while you guys are working on that. Oh, we haven't even added our sentiments to the inside of our cards. Well, you know, Maddie, we'll come back and do that. Fear not. You're probably wondering, and we're going to do those when? We're going to do those now. Okay, we're going to pop these right here, and I'm going to do that off camera, actually. No, let me take a pause and I'll come back. Start popping out some of your blues right here, okay? This set and this set. Okay, so again, we left off on popping out this one right here. Let me move this off to the side. I'm just kind of working with the same sheet that I was working before. Again, I definitely recommend that you sit, you know, just when you're watching a movie, maybe watching one of the replays from one of our videos, and, you know, just sit there and have fun with it. Have fun with making a bunch of these. Again, I'm pushing down, kind of working my way through every petal, coming back around, releasing a little bit more each time, so I'm not tearing. And then this third one right here. Okay, and then we're also going to do one of these. Am I missing? I am missing one. And this one. This one. And the fun part about these two is you can mix and match them. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff and they will look amazing. And then of course with these off-white ones too, you can color them in different colors. Well, these two, if you just grab your inks, you can change the color as well. Okay, now for one, we're going to, you know what, I'm going to go from up here. Actually, yeah, let's get this one here. We're going to start clearing out some pieces here. So we're going to get that little cluster. We're going to put that off to the side. I'm going to get this blue one here. So we're kind of working with this top piece right here. Again, if you get stuck, grab your, oh, we can use that one. That's fine. Use your tools to help you. Okay. So we've got a, actually, you know what? We're going to use that for something else. We're going to, which one do we want to use? Pick your favorite. There's no right, there's no wrong. Let's do this one since it's here. It's kind of saying, me, pick me, right? We'll use that for that one. We will use, let's use a few of these for this other one. Oh, I'm still attached somewhere. I'm attached somewhere. I can't see where. That's crazy. Where? Oh, there. All right. We're going to use several of these. I want to create a nice little center for this one. Again, we're taking it up just a notch, right? So let's place some more with dimension. How about if we do a larger one too? We'll do 3. Okay, so we've got that. Let's move that off to the side. Okay. And then let's play with, we haven't played with any of the, we could do, because we did we do a white one? Yeah, we did a white one. Let's do one of the slim ones. Let's go with the darker one right here. So we're going to pop these out. That one, and then this one. And this one. And then for the center, I want to use this one right here. Okay. And we could double layer this one. Let's go ahead and give, because I have a larger one and a smaller one here. Here I just have this blue one, which I think would be fine because, well, we could also add, let's add this one behind it. Again, this is just fun. This is so much fun. Just kind of, you know, mixing and matching them. It's the fun part, right? Oh, I left a little piece here. Hopefully. Well, I'll get the tweezers if I can't do it with my fingers. There we go. It's off. Okay. So let me show you what I've got so far in case you want to do the exact same thing. Oh, we need some leaves. I almost forgot. Let me show you the flowers first. So here I've got the dark blue one, right? The four um, layers plus a larger and a smaller of the little cluster ones. Here I've got my four layers, and then I've got three of the, I don't know, they look like jacks, remember playing jacks when we were kids? Two of the regular and then one larger one. Here I've got my four, and then I've got a darker, smaller cluster for the center, and then a little larger one with the white tips as well. And now we're going to gather some leaves. So let's go back to our leaf page. Hopefully I can find the one we started using already. Let me see. Yeah, this one right here. Set those off to the side. And from here, we're going to find a blue leaf. This one seems kind of cool. We're going to use that. We are also going to pick one of these right here. And since we went light, let's go dark, and let's go with the smaller one right here. Again, creating that contrast, right? Working my way through the paper until it releases. And I'm stuck somewhere. I got one more little piece somewhere. Where? Where are you? Right there. Oh, one more. And it is where? Here? Okay, there we go. So that is a darker one. Nice, I already gave it shape. And then we're going to find a light green. How about, this one's cool. Let's use that one. There we go. Okay, and those are the pieces that we're going to work with for this card right here. So grabbing your, again, your shaper, we are going to start giving these leaves and all of these flowers shape. What I'm going to do is I am going to pause here because you guys don't need to see me forming flowers again. You understand the concept, hopefully, from that first one. All we're going to do is grab, again, I'll do a really quick one just so you guys remember. I'm going to grab the back first of all, and I'm going to create that nice little vein down the center, which is going to help it curl, right? And give it some nice embossed, if I can embossed look. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, or we can leave it on this side if you want. Actually, I do like this side better. And then I'm simply going to grab the ball stylus and just kind of work that center, right? Then we can grab our rounded tweezer, which comes in the set, and we're going to curl and release, and that's going to create that really pretty leaf. And then we're going to do the same thing over and over and over again, creating beautiful dimension. And then we're going to put them together with the pieces that I've already shown you. And then we'll come back and put this card together. Okay? Sound like a plan. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. I was actually working on this, these two here, and then I realized that maybe we had not really covered these in the first card, so I wanted to come back to it. So this leaf has a lot of veins here, which are perfect for our vein tool. So you can just follow those, thus creating a really nice embossed look for your leaves. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to flip it over. You see those embossed lines? They look absolutely awesome. And then, of course, we can still come in and kind of crinkle it just a bit to give it even more body. But it just looks so much more realistic. And then I was thinking about the bow, and I realized I didn't show you the bow. So if you flip over your bow and simply work the center of your paper, you're going to create, instead of a flat surface, you're going to create, see that? An actual puffy area here for your bow. So again, it looks even more realistic. So go ahead and work the sides of, you know what, I'm going to bring in my other one just because I want to press down a little harder on this and create an even more, see, a more bubbled look there. And you can even see the paper curling, and you can see how now that area has got dimension. We can also work it specifically like this, and you can use your vein tool also to follow all those creases, thus creating, you know, a little 3D embossed, you know, kind of look also. So you can do all kinds of fun things with your paper shapers. Okay, and then we're going to fold that there in the center, and now look, we have a really nice dimensional bow. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to show you those really, really quickly. Before I start putting these together, you can see that everything has incredible dimension now, thanks to, you know, our tools. And even these, you can hopefully see that there are little like cups, and they're going to look amazing. So put these together, and we'll be right back to put them into place, okay? Okay, we have all of our flowers done now, so I want to play with our sentiment. So I'm going to try some pixie bursts, actually. Very similar to Magicals, which I've done quite a few videos on, but this one is from Cosmic Shimmer, and it's basically the same premise. Again, I am using water. I'm not concerned because I know that my ink is not going to run. You might want to test yours just in case. I'm going to just give it a light spritz, just so my pixie burst don't go everywhere. And then I'm going to gently put some on there. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but we're going to create some magic in 2 seconds. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, again, we can even do the smushing technique here if we want to. And we can lift some color if we think it's a little much. But it does look like winter magic. Look how pretty that is. Put that on there. We can add a little bit more if we want to move it even more. Again, I can pat it if I think it's a little too much. Let me take a look at it. Move a little bit off again. And lift. And I think that's going to be perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, love it. Love it. And this was the Making Waves, just in case. And we're going to dry that really quick. Oops. Okay, and that is dry. Let me show you how pretty that turned out. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, I was thinking, since we have our markers out, maybe we could just mount it on some of the blue cardstock again. But I was thinking, oh heavens, there we go. We can also see about giving it a little border, maybe with some gold. So let's try that. Kind of just go around it. Now just kind of keep moving it. It doesn't matter to me what's on the back. If it's a little bit messy, that's perfectly okay, because I'm not going to see the back at all once I hear this down. And that is a really cool look. Look at that. That looks great. Okay, I'm going to just wipe up the glass mat. Love this glass mat. It is this magnetic studio light glass mat, which I absolutely adore. Okay, let's go ahead and just kind of give that a quick dry just in case. Where are my tweezers? Oh yeah, it's perfectly dry. Okay, you're good. Look, stinking adorable that turned out. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's pick this up. Bring in some foam. Again, I think we're going to go with the thicker one in this case. It's just going to be a little faster. And you know, since this is not watercolor paper and it has, let's see. No, that's pretty straight. I was just wondering if it had warped a little too much, but it has not. So let's bring back our card and now we can start assembling it. So again, very simple. I'm going to show you the how we're going to line these all up, where they're going to go, and then we're going to get to adhering. Okay, we're going to put the darker one down here, followed by the lighter one, which is going to tuck in under, and then we're going to have our yellow one somewhere around here, and then we're going to tuck in those little leaves. So we're creating this, again, this great balance on the card. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the sentiment. Maybe out here. Okay, let's just make sure it is straight. It is. You know, I could have also moved it down just a pinch. I think I would have liked to have seen more of that blue, but it might be too late for me. I can try and do it carefully. Oh, almost there. Hope it doesn't tear at the last second. Oh, good. Yeah, I think I want it just a little bit lower. I want to see more of that blue, that blue layer up at the top. Make sure I'm straight. All right, yeah, that's much better. I want to see more of the blue. And then I'm going to bring this in. Now, if you want to make sure that it also doesn't flatten out, go ahead and grab your smaller dots and pop them in those holes. And if you need to double layer it, you can as well, just to make sure that it stays nice and it holds its form. So what I mean by that is I'm going to remove the backing of these. And in order to ensure that it doesn't get squished down, I'm going to add a second layer directly on top. So that it really, that those bows, right, the center of the bow will kind of lay flat, and then these will really puff out for us. Again, I'm going to create that bend right there. I can even add some adhesive here in the center, oh, to ensure that it holds. And then let me just make sure I am not covering any of my letters. And there, see, now even if we press down on it, because it's got the double dots, it's going to stay nice and dimensional for us. It's going to look like a real bow. Great. Okay, then we're going to, we can start with the center one. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and start with the center one. So we're going to add adhesive, and we're going to bring this to the corner again, keeping in mind to make sure that we're staying within our card. We can unfurl these just a little bit, some of these, just a smidge, like so. Then we're going to move it up just a bit because I do want to put some of those little sprigs down here. Then this one's going to go on top of that one, kind of, sort of, just some of the petals will be overlapping like this. Again, making sure, where is my other, there it is. We're going to press that and hold it just a second so it catches. Okay, and then we are going to bring in our third flower. Isn't it awesome that they're double-sided? How that makes all the difference when you're creating layers. You don't necessarily want, you know, for the bottom, right? You're creating all these great layers and you're adding all these super cool um, dimension to it. But then what if you can see the leaves and the leaves underneath are just, you know, plain ugly? That would not make a whole lot of sense, right? So I really like that detail. I appreciate the fact that there was that thought into it. All right, then we're going to bring in this leaf, and this is going to get tucked down, I'm sorry, up here. Oh, wrong side. And tuck that in here. Okay, I'm going to press it down for just a second, ensuring that it adheres. Looking great. And then we're going to bring this blue one and we're going to tuck it out of this side. So somewhere about there. You know what? Let's raise it just a bit. Yeah, there we go. So it kind of overlaps on this beautiful beige paper. And then last but not least, we're going to tuck this in here. And again, we can go ahead and even tuck it in two different places. So I'm going to snip it. I'm going to put a piece of it here at the corner. Tweezers. So I'm not fighting with this. Oh, I'm still fighting with it. Hold, turn. And I'm just going to slide that in there. Oh, I still lost it. 1 second. Okay. It's kind of hard trying to do it all on camera, but we're going to get there. I'm going to move it out just a little bit, not too much. Maybe like so, but again, making sure that I am not on the outside of my card, okay? And then we're going to use this extra little piece and we're going to tuck that guy in here. This one's a little bigger, so not too bad. And again, these are great for filling those holes, right? And just you need just a little couple of leaves, nothing major, but just enough that, you know, it fills that little hole. Okay. And that completes this card. How lovely is that? I hope you love yours. I'm sure you do. Oh, sentiment. Oh my goodness. Well, is this one still wet? I am so afraid that I'm gonna just mess it up, right? I guess we'll be very, very gentle. So let's go ahead and bring our cards real quick, because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We forgot our beautiful sentiments, and you might have been thinking, well, these were included in here for what? Just like I showed you, they are awesome. They are magic. You've got 4 beautiful pages. You can pick whichever sentiment you prefer. Again, we can come back and the exact same things that I've shown you on that first one, we can do on this one, from liquid pearls to bling to our, yeah, mini glass beads, stickles, just anything, gel pen. Oh, yeah, we're going to do his buttons, but let's go ahead and get his sentiment in here first. So very simply put, you may pick your favorite. Oh, this card is very special as it is handmade all by myself, and I'm sending it with Christmas cheer to sit upon your shelf. I love that. We need lots of those, actually. I wish I had a whole, bunch of pages of just that sentiment. I need to reach out to Katie Sue and say, hey, can we just have that page like by itself times 100? Okay, you're simply going to peel that off. It is a beautiful frosted like panel. You know what? Let me stand up because ooh, I just knocked over my Nuvo drops. Of course I did. Want to make sure. No. Yes, no, yes, no. 1 second. Oh, no, I'm stuck now. Now I am committed. Okay, we're going to bring our bone folder back and lightly burnish that and just make it completely melt into our page. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Mine's a little crooked. Yeah, well, again, good thing I said it was handmade. So, but yours you'll be able to look at directly in front of you, so it won't be crooked. Let's go ahead and do this one again. I need to be super gentle because we still have some wet elements there. I think I'm going to go with a narrower one then on this one, since, let me straighten this out. So since this is a smaller one, how about this sentiment right here? I'm going to lift that off. Again, I'm going to try and stand up without knocking everything down in the studio. And we're going to come straight in and see, that was a lot simpler. I made that other one look so complicated. Beautiful. It just looks like a, right, store-bought card, but 10 times better because it's made by you. Okay, again, hopefully it didn't squish anything. We're going to leave that to dry, and we're going to bring this one back. We got to do his buttons, guys. So let's do those super quick. Well, I just knocked everything over. Yeah. But these are not the ones I need anyway. Go ahead and get your liquid pearls. Sorry, I keep going away because I'm trying to pick these up. Oh, this would look really pretty too, the Nuvo crystal drops. But I am going to, or stickles, you could use stickles. I'm going to bring in this super brassy color over here. I need to burp my bottle on a scratch piece of paper. Okay. And now I'm going to come in and add those beautiful buttons. Teeny tiny details that just do so much, right? Oh, I just noticed there's a red crystal on his belt there. See, those are all the things that you could really have fun with. Now we're going to have some awesome little buttons there. Once again, if we want to kind of mimic the brads here, we can do that as well, like we did in the other one. But I think I really like the fact that I see a jewel there and a jewel there. These are my crystal drops. You know what? Let me get some stickles. 1 second. Stickles come in many, many colors, and we have amazing colors available. Oh, look at this one, cranberry. That's going to look great. Again, you want to burp your bottle unless you store them upside down. And even then, you probably want to burp them because if not, what happens is you will be squeezing and all of a sudden you're going to get this big old burst. Hang on. I didn't burp my bottle. See what happens when I put it away? So it's kind of clogged in there, but it's no biggie. We can just reopen the hole. Hopefully that did it. Nope. It's not good enough. Hang on. I love the crack. Oh, look at this other one. Oh, what is that? Christmas red. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. I didn't realize I had another one. Let's see. Did I burp this one? Nope, I didn't burp this one either. But it is open. See what I mean? There's air trapped in there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is bring my card towards me. I know I'm kind of surrounding myself with stuff, right? I'm like, oh my goodness. Don't worry, we'll pick up after this. And I love this little jewel here in on his belt. So I'm going to add some stickles there just to give it some blingage. Maybe a little more. You know, you can never have enough bling around Christmas. And then maybe right here, he's got another red jewel up there. Super stinking cute. Look at that little jewel now. Do you see it? It blings and the one on his crown too. Oh, how cute. And again, keep having fun. You want to go ahead and work on, his sword. You want to go ahead and work on, as I mentioned, all the other things that we've done by all means. But this way, at least we brought some stickles. You can even bring some of the green stickles. I see some green elements here on the back and some here, and just kind of play with it as well. But I am going to finish this one for now. I'm going to come back and do some of the techniques that we've already done, like the splatters, like the other stuff that you've already seen, maybe even some glossy accents to the petals, because that will make it look almost like dew. So that's another fun thing, or maybe we'll save that one for the next card since we've already done lots of great techniques on this one. Okay, all right, I'm going to see you on the next card. Set that one off to the side, let it dry, and let's continue on. Let's clean up first. Look, let's do that. And that concludes panel or card number 2. I can't wait to see yours. Don't forget to post it in the Facebook group. Speaking of posting, make sure that you leave a comment down below. We really appreciate your feedback. And we're doing a gift card giveaway. So once the video reaches 20 comments, the gift cards will start coming in. So leave a comment down below. And of course, don't forget to like the video, and if you found it useful, we'd certainly love for you to go ahead and share it. Also, a reminder, all of the items that you've seen here on this video are available in our online store, plus thousands more. You can visit our stores at spectrumartcreations.com. And also, we have an Etsy store under the name Spectrum Art Creations as well. And if you love shopping, then come check us out when we're live, because we go live right here on this channel. We are live and we do sales along with games and all kinds of stuff, but you can actually see the product live. You can shop right on the spot live. You can chat live and ask questions. And of course, participate in the games and in the giveaways, all from the comfort of home. You never have to leave to find the best items from all around the world at the best prices. And then, of course, have it shipped directly to your door, and you will be enjoying all of your crafting goodies in just a matter of days. As I mentioned, don't forget to join the Facebook group if you're not already in there. The name of the group is Spectrum Art Creation Friends. Don't forget the friends at the end, and make sure that you answer the questions when you request to join so that your membership can get approved. Speaking of the Facebook group, lots more giveaways, lots more challenges, lots more gift cards can be also obtained through the Facebook group. So make sure you join and that you participate by posting your creations. And of course, we'd love to see what you're working on. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, won't you please considering subscribing and ringing that bell so that you can be notified whenever we are live? Well, why? Because we do lots of awesome stuff here on this channel. We do tutorials and classes, live sales. We alert you when there's new products, challenges, giveaways, craft alongs, you name it, it's here. So do make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I'm going to leave the next video here for you to go ahead and click on and continue on to panel or card number 3. I will see you there.